but would like to convey my sincere thanks to all the well-wishers who are present today in this function and who have joined despite being away through this virtual mode. And I'm grateful to Her Excellency for having spared her time. I know when we had organized a conference for youth in Telangana, she had inaugurated it and encouraged youth to be motivated to be retained in agriculture, because that is only the future that we have to take care of all the ills that are presently there, created by us through overexploitation of natural resources. The task is gigantic, but I'm sure it is not insurmountable. What we need is enabling environment, right policies, and support of the community to take care of whatever we have inherited and pass on the better environment to the future generations. On behalf of my wife, who is with me, and my sister, and my other colleagues here, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to the Rotary Club, Madras East, for having organized this function and for bestowing this honor, which is very special, because having got earlier Borlaug Award, Dr. B.P. Paul Award, Dr. A.B. Joshi Award, I really had been deprived so far, but I know that I am the first Indian to have received it in the name of Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, who had not only just given the nation green revolution and food security, but have made our head high so that we can tell rest of the world that we can take care of us very effectively despite the challenges that we have, whether it is demographic, whether it is through natural resource uh, degradation, or whether it is through climate change. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Dr. Paroda. It is also an honor for us from Rotary Club to be associated with you, and that you accepted this award presented from Rotary Club and MS Swaminathan Foundation. I now request Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, Chief Scientist, WHO, to kindly felicitate Dr. Paroda.
Thank you very much. Honorable Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan Madam, Dr. Paroda, the awardee for the day, President of the Rotary Club, other Rotarians and aunts, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me congratulate on my behalf, as well as on behalf of my father and the family, Dr. Paroda, for being awarded this year's MS Swaminathan Award, and for the lifetime of work that is being recognized today. And others have spoken about this, and the citation has covered the achievements that Dr. Paroda has made and for which he's being recognized. This may be just a small award compared to all the other awards that Dr. Paroda you have won, but I think you very beautifully articulated why you think that this is special for you, and I'm grateful for that. Honorable Governor Madam, my father sends his greetings and his apologies. He's not able to stay up late in the evening, and he's then finds it difficult to sit up. So he had to go to bed, but he's very much with us in spirit. And if at all possible, he doesn't ever miss this function, as all the Rotarians know. This is one thing that he always used to attend. But he's with us in spirit and asked me to convey his best wishes to everyone. I think we're living in a very unusual time in this pandemic, and we can see that we are all connected by Zoom, but somehow we've adapted and life is going on. and many things are happening. But I think it's also time to reflect on the things that we were not doing so well before the pandemic, and what we call building back better when we come out of this pandemic. And definitely we will come out. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and we should all look forward to that day. It may be 1 year or 2 years, but we will see an end to this. And at that time, we need to make sure that we do not go back exactly to what we were doing before. There are many things that were not good for the world, for the planet, for the environment, and for sustainable living. And we have made so many adjustments in our life today. It is possible to make changes in our behavior, individual behavior, community behavior, as well as the response of governments. And so this is the right time to really reflect on how can we live so that we can have a more sustainable future. I think Dr. Paroda mentioned the soil, the water, the environment. All of these parameters really have taken a hit in the last few years. And if you look at the impact of climate change today on the glaciers, on the ice in the Arctic and the Antarctic, on the fish that are living in the oceans, on the coral reefs, we are reaching the point almost of no return. And scientists have been warning us that unless we take very urgent action, we are going to land up in a situation where the global warming will be at a level where many, many areas of the world will become unlivable, and countries like India will suffer. We are seeing today the impact of the huge climatic variations, getting unprecedented amount of rain within 24 hours, resulting in flooding in many parts. And on the other hand, having unusually dry spells, which results in water shortages and impact on farmers. So everywhere around us, we do see Mother Nature telling us that we have been exploiting her too much. And in fact, even these pandemics, the fact that viruses which normally live in animals or in bats and in birds and don't either make them sick and don't infect humans, because of the destruction of forests, destruction of habitats, because of climate change, because of vectors that are now able to survive in temperatures where they could not before. All of this leads to situations and creates an opportunity for viruses to move from animals to humans, either directly or through an intermediate host. And that is how this virus also has come into human and become a virus that transmits from human to human. We are still investigating exactly what was the origin, the source, how it went perhaps from a bat to some intermediate animal, which is either farmed by human beings or eaten by human beings, and then it has infected humans at an enormous, enormous cost, human, financial, social cost. The world will take a long time to recover from this, but only science will find us a solution. And that is what we are trying to work on. Just like science has found solutions in agriculture leading to improved yields, to plants which are drought resistant, salt resistant, etc., more nutritious, biofortified. Similarly, science is going to find a solution with vaccines and drugs that will help us ultimately defeat this virus. But again, I think it's just a time for us to reflect. And the last point I think I would like to make is the other impact we've seen of this pandemic is that the inequalities in our society have got widened and exacerbated. People who were already at the bottom of the pyramid, so to speak, people who were already living on the edge, have been pushed into hunger, into poverty, lost livelihoods, lost income, and can face a very, very difficult future. We were on a good path towards attaining the Sustainable Development Goals. India had made a lot of progress in health and was beginning to make progress in nutritional indicators. But unfortunately, I think we are going to see a setback. And it's also time for those of us who are more fortunate to really see what can we do to to create the policies, the environment, and the programs that can help people to survive for the next couple of years, still things go back to normal and economic activity resumes. This intervening period is going to be critical, particularly for women, children, and other marginalized groups in our society. So it is a time, of course, today we celebrate the award to Dr. Paroda and his life's work, but I'm sure that his work and his life and scientists like him will also provide inspiration to the next generation of people. And it's not only scientists, it's also people like all of you Rotarians who have a social commitment in your DNA that can actually make a difference. And I think you have shown admirably through instituting this type of award, the kind of values that you hold dear within the Rotary Club of Madras East. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and greetings to everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. It's always a pleasure hosting you at RCMA. I now request Rotarian Babu Krishnamurthy to kindly introduce our chief guest for today.
Thank you, Suresh. Distinguished guests and my fellow Rotarians. It is my privilege to introduce the Honorable Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, Governor of Telangana. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan was born on 2nd June 1961 in Nagarkoil, Kanyakumari district, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan took charge as the Governor of Telangana on 8th September 2019 and happens to be the first woman to hold the office. She has a remarkable public and social service background spanning over 20 years. She also has an illustrious political career in the last 2 decades, where she has successfully led the state unit of a political party with noteworthy accomplishments. She was the president of the BJP state unit between 2014 to 2019. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan started a career as a medical practitioner after completing her MBBS, PG in gynecology. She has undertaken special training in ultrasound and fetal therapy at Toronto, Canada. She worked as an assistant professor, Department of Gynecology at Sri Ramachandra Medical College, Chennai for 7 years and resigned in 2003 for a full-time political career. She nurtures great devotion towards public service and enhancement of living standards of common people with a focus on health and education as a primary agenda. She has donned the hat of being a state head of a political party and steering it with exemplary management skills and pro-people service milieu. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan is a proud recipient of the international award titled the International Rising Star of the Year 2018 by the Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force USA under the US Congressman Danny K. Davis for her service to society, especially in the fields of politics, public, and medical services. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan is known for a strong advocacy towards uplifting living standards of people through better health and preventive care. She's a great admirer of social and cultural strengths of our country and is very considerate towards the inclusion of values and humility right at the basic education system and upwards. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan happens to be very focused towards the development of society and the well-being of citizens, even at the last mile. My fellow Rotarians and guests, I have pleasure in presenting to you Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan. Over to you, ma'am.
A special good evening to everybody. Vanakkam. My respects to Professor Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, the founder, M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation and father of Green Revolution in India. And my respects to Madam Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, the Chief Scientist and Deputy Director General, World Health Organization, and her golden words, tracking and tackling the disease, Corona, particularly her words, saying that if the positivity is more than 5%, then it indicates inadequacy of the testing. Her words really helped us to allow the government to ramp up this testing. So I really honored to meet her virtually here, and my respects to Mr. C.K. Ranganathan, Chairman Kavinkar, and my respects to Dr. R.S. Baroda, Chairman, Trust for Advancement of Agriculture Sciences, and also today's recipient of Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, the prestigious award for environment protection, and eminent speakers of the day, and my respects to Lakshmi for her wonderful prayer song, and my respects to Dr. Raju and Dr. Anuradha for felicitating the awardee, the chief guest, and my respects to each and everyone. And Rotarian Murugavel Selvam, President, Rotary Club of Madras East, as I should say that the role of Rotary, particularly in creating awareness among the people, the role in polio awareness, and helping the government to create awareness among the people, and I always appreciate the role of Rotary Club, and during my student days also I was associated with the Rotary Club in creating awareness among the people, particularly in Tanjore Medical College. We had very good programs associated with Rotary Club in creating awareness among the village people about the polio vaccination. And Rotarian Ramasamy, Avenue Directory, Rotary Club of Madras East, Rotarian Suresh Krishnamurthy, Chairman, MSS Award 2020, Rotarian Gaurav Sri Krishna, Rotary Club of Madras East, Rotarian Babu Krishnamurthy, Rotary Club of Madras East, Rotarian Srinivasa Rao, Vice President, Rotary Club of Madras East, and all the respected participants. I extend cordial greetings to you all and a very special good evening. I am really delighted to be part of this event and be the chief guest in the presentation of Professor M.S. Swaminathan Award for Environment Protection to Dr. R.S. Barodaji. I am privileged to be in the meeting with a legend like Dr. Swaminathanji. I should congratulate him. Being his birthday, and my prayers for his long life and healthy life. And I should say, August 7th, the birthday of our Honorable M.S. Swaminathanji is the anniversary remembrance day of Rabindranath Tagore. And I should say, Rabindranath Tagore was an environmental pioneer and sought harmony between progress and preservation. Tagore not only wrote extensively on a man's relationship with environment, but implemented it by building Santiniketan. And when I present the words about environment, I am reminded of Tagore's words. The preservation of environment starts from our house. We intend to go out to visit all the environmental places and all the resorts and other places, but we fail to visualize a grass with a fine dew on its head when we open our doors in the morning. So our love for environment and protection of environment should start from our house. I am reminded of his words, and our Honorable M.S. Swaminathanji has changed the destiny of millions of people in our India and other countries by ensuring adequate food grain production. The old Malthusian economics created apprehensions that countries like India with billion-less population and other poor countries would not be able to feed their population. Created fear about the possible starvation of the people. But one scientist has taken up the challenge to design a new destiny for the country in food grain production and prevent any starvation death. And that scientist created a miracle by doubling the country's food grains production in a very short time and thus preventing any such starvation possibly in India, starvation possibility in India. And he is none other than our great and most respected scientist, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. Thanks to his Green Revolution initiative, India is now a food surplus country with self-reliance in food grain production. In recognition of this achievement, Dr. Swaminathan is recognized and respected as the father of Green Revolution in India. His initiatives have also helped many other countries to avoid starvation. In recognition of his gigantic effort, he was awarded the first ever World Food Prize by the UNO 1987. By presenting the award, the then Secretary General of the UNO, Mr. Javier Perez de Cuellar, said that Dr. Swaminathan is a living legend. By any standards, he will go into the annals of history as a world scientist of rare distinction. It is a rare pride and honor. He was one of the 3 legends from India to feature in the Times magazine, a 1999 list of 20 the most influential Asian people of the 20th century. The other 2 personalities are father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhiji and the great Rabindranath Tagore ji, as I mentioned earlier. Dr. Swaminathan was honored with hundreds of international awards and honored doctorate by different universities all over the globe. And we feel all such honors have given him a pride of place for Indian in the field of science, especially in the field of agricultural science and food production. This event also marks the 95th birthday celebration of Dr. Professor M.S. Swaminathan ji. I seek his blessings as well as wish the legend a very happy birthday. I am extremely happy that Madam Ms. Soumya Swaminathan, the Ms. Swaminathan Award for Environmental Protection is being presented to another great scientist, Dr. Paroda ji, for his invaluable contribution in the field of agriculture and environment protection. I really congratulate you, sir, and I heard your words, and really you are eligible and you are the right person to receive this award, and I appreciate the presence of Madam Soumya Swaminathan ji in this program. He truly deserves this award, and I am sure the stalwart enhances its sanctity even further. I remember the words of Swaminathan himself when he said that if agriculture fails, everything fails. I always believe that agriculture is our real culture. If everything is to be right and successful, we must ensure that agriculture is right and successful. Similarly, in Tirukkural, the universal poet, our Thiruvalluvar, says, Sulandum Erpinnadu Ulagam, Adanal Ulandum Ulave Talai. Our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhiji, has also termed farmer as Annadata, the donor of the food. And he said, Grama Swarajya, the self-sufficiency of the villages with robust agricultural practices. He also pointed out that India lives in villages, and if villages are developed, India will develop. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, has also initiated many steps to honor farmers. Initiatives like Kisan Samman Scheme, e-agriculture market, facilities and construction of storage facilities are all the part of his mission to create strong India with strong self-sufficient villages. He has also initiated many reforms to improve the market access for agricultural products and institutional credit and support to farmers. It may be mentioned here that agriculture accounts for 15% of the gross domestic product GDP of the country, and around 50% of the population still depends on depends upon agriculture for the livelihood in our country. Vishwakavi Rabindranath Tagore also pointed out that no rural development is possible without agrarian development. The contribution and selfless service of legendary scientists like Dr. Swaminathan and other eminent scientists have ensured the country's progress by ensuring its agricultural development. Otherwise, we would have been still grappling with the agrarian crisis. I salute all those farmers and agriculture scientists who toil in and day out in the agriculture fields to feed the 130 crore population of our country. Regarding the environment protection and promotion, it has been part of the Indian tradition to respect and protect the trees, mountains, rivers, and wildlife and every other living being on the planet. Our traditions, practices, and beliefs are also interlinked with the nature and we consider this as our mother nature. Every development activity must be self-sustainable and ensure the transfer of a livable planet to the future generation. I hope this award for environment protection would inspire many aspiring environmental activists to strive for the protection and promotion of environment, as I always believe in the simple rule of the nature, and that is, if we protect the nature will protect us. I am happy that Rotary International has taken this initiative with the support of Kevin Carr to organize this event to meet and honor the legend Dr. Swaminathan ji and Dr. R.S. Baroda ji. I appreciate the Rotary for voluntary and humanitarian service with high ethical standards and promotion of goodwill and peace for more than 100 years. I congratulate the Rotary Club of Madras East for instituting award in environmental protection and honor those eminent personalities to work for environmental protection. It is in this context that it gives me an immense sense of gratification to present this award and honor India's respected international agriculture scientist, Dr. Rajendra Singh Paroda. I am very happy to acknowledge and respect the presence of Madam Dr. Soumya Swaminathan. The Chief Scientist and the World Health Organization, Dr. Soumya, is making India proud as she is in forefront in combating the COVID-19 global pandemic. I also appreciate her role in revamping India's tuberculosis program and leveraging digital technology to improve healthcare system. My respects to you, madam, and I always appreciate your role, particularly in combating the COVID-19. I regularly read your articles and regularly see your interviews, and we take guidance so that we can guide the governments to combat the COVID. I respect to you. I once again commend the Rotary Club of Madras East for its role in the selection of Dr. Paroda for MS Swaminathan Award for Environment Protection, and I must say that I felt extremely happy to be part of this great occasion. Thank you all for the opportunity and wish you all a great health and success and in all your endeavors for the cause of agriculture and environment. Let us all make India strong and let us build our Bharat, a self-reliant India. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I call upon Rotarian Srinivasa Rao to deliver the vote of thanks.
Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, founder of MS Swaminathan Research Foundation and honorary member of RCME, Dr. MS Swaminathan, who is unfortunately not with us today. Chief Scientist of WHO, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, our awardee respected Dr. Paroda, President of RCME, Rotarians and invited guests, it's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of RCME and Kevin Kerr, would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, for gracing this occasion with your enlightened speech. A big thank you to Dr. Paroda for accepting this award. Hearty congratulations to you, sir. Your research in the past few decades in agriculture, crop improvement, production technology, plant breeding, and genetics has enabled India achieve self-sufficiency and very high productivity, paving the way for high-yield crops in different agroclimates. Thank you for your inspiring acceptance speech, sir. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to Dr. M.S. Swaminathan for honoring such an eminent scientist in the field of agriculture year after year. Thank you, sir, for being our guidance force. We respectfully look forward to your birthday celebrations each year. Thank you, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, Chief Scientist of WHO, for making time in the midst of your hectic COVID schedule and felicitating Dr. Parada today. Further, we are grateful to Dr. Barwale and Dr. Anuradha for their video message and a wonderful introduction of our awardee. I'd like to express our sincere thanks to Dr. Parasuraman of MS Swaminathan Research Foundation for his assistance in conducting this program, and Mayor Tushar, ADC to Honorable Governor, for coordinating with RCME. I also wish to express my gratitude to Rotarian C.K. Ranganathan, Chairman of Kevin Care, for sponsoring this award this year and every year. Thank you so much, CKR. I thank Chairman of this event, Rotarian Suresh Krishnamurthy, and his entire team from RCME for curating this whole event. Finally, a big thanks to all the district officials, visiting Rotarians, guests, RCMEans, our aunts, annettes, and the press who are present in large numbers to honor the special awardee this evening. Thank you all again.
Thank you, Srini. I request Mahesh now to share his screen, and may we all rise for the national anthem, please.